Everybody come see us on tour. We'll be in Columbus, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Looks like Kamala Harris will not win the south end of Dearborn. That's an area 90-plus Muslim that Biden won with 88% of the vote 4 years ago. Biden won that with 88% of the vote. Almost 9 out of 10 people in South Dearborn voted for Biden, and now Kamala Harris looks like she's going to lose it. And Caitlin Johnson said, "Who's speaking now, bitch?" Remember when she was interrupted by pro-Palestinian hecklers and she said, "I'm speaking"? That's what that's referring to. And if you want to know why the New York Times just said that it looks more likely that Donald Trump is going to become president, if you want to know why Joe Scarborough just had a meltdown on MSNBC with a litany of lies about Donald Trump, if you want to know, well, here's why. Here's why people actually voted the way they did. Here's according to CNN.
Let's look at the numbers on the mood of the country. It's a pretty dour mood in terms of the way people feel things are going in the United States. Nationally, only 7% of voters say they're enthusiastic. 19% say they're satisfied. Look at these numbers. 43% dissatisfied, 29% angry, 72% of the electorate nationally say they're dissatisfied or angry. What about America's best days, we ask? Are they in the future or are they in the past? 61% of voters in this election across the country say America's best days are ahead of the country. 6 in 10 say so. 34% say the best days are in the past. And finally, President Joe Biden's approval rating, it's at 41% in these early preliminary exit poll findings. 58% of voters in this election across the country nationally disapprove of the way that the incumbent Democratic president is doing his job, Jake.
All right, interesting stuff. David Chalian, thanks so much. And let's talk about it with our panel. And Dana Bash, obviously.
Boy, that is interesting stuff. That 6 out of 10 Americans disapprove of the job that the current administration's doing. I wonder why they don't vote for more of it. Interesting stuff.
This is early exit poll data, but still looking at this, which really doesn't deviate so much from polling in general we've seen. Joe Biden, not popular. Most Americans dissatisfied.
One of the questions that I have been asking and looking at since I started covering campaigns is this. Are you satisfied? Are you not satisfied? Right track, wrong track. It is extremely high, the dissatisfied or angry. As David said, if you add those two up, 72%. What we don't know, because this is such a different election, is whether the dissatisfaction or anger will be taken out on Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, because they are both effectively, Harris is part of the current administration, but Donald Trump and the Trump era is very much upon us. We don't know how that's going to be.
I got to say, I think that's putting the best spin on it. I think when you see current voters saying that by a 3-to-1 margin that they are dissatisfied with the country,
or angry, dissatisfied or angry.
I got to say, I think that that's with the present conditions in the country. I mean, in conventional terms, it would be a miracle that Kamala Harris could win with that kind of headwind, and also with a president. Remember, she was part of the administration. The Biden-Harris administration was 41.
She wasn't past tense part of it. She's current tense. She's the people in power right now. I know Kamala Harris and Tim Walz tried to run as if they weren't the people in power right now. They're currently the people in power. You can't turn. We're going to turn the page. You mean from the page you're on? You're on that page. And guess who's on the next page? You would be too.
Approved, 58% disapprove. This isn't even close to the 50%.
But I want to be
let me just finish my point, which is just that if she is able to overcome those numbers and still win this election, then she has done a remarkable job of somehow separating herself that she's part of the solution and not part of the problem.
It's early.
So, and maybe there'll be some miraculous rigging that happens, and we'll wake up tomorrow and Kamala Harris is the president. That's always possible. Because in 2020, it all looked like Donald Trump was our president. We woke up the next day and, oh no, it was Joe Biden. Everybody come see us on tour. We'll be in Columbus, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.